Welcome, everybody, to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach, 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒. Today, I'm here to share a personal experience that I would like to share with you and then relate it to social anxiety, ADHD, emotional self-regulation, self-awareness, etc. So here's the deal. During the pandemic, it's somewhat of a long story, and I'll bore the details of you, but somehow I formed a band. I've had a guitar for years, had 3 lessons. It's the only thing I've ever done for years that I'm not really very good at. I tend to drop that stuff. But needless to say, we have a band. And we got together and we started playing. We had a 20 set list, and our local HOA knew that we were there and asked us to play on Cinco de Mayo. So we go out to the pool, we set up all the equipment, and we come to what's it, the Elvis Presley song, Can't Help Falling in Love with You. On this particular song, I'm playing the individual notes of the song. And so it's like my guitar is really kind of standing out among the rest of the band. We have a piano player, drummer, a singer, and another guitar player who's really doing the rhythm. And I've actually never played that song from beginning to end without messing it up. Still, I had the guts to go out there and do that. And I'm sitting there with my eyes on the guitar as I'm doing this. Trying to relax, by the way, because I know that if I get too keyed up, I'm going to mess up even worse. And I'm not doing very well. I'm getting kind of frustrated. And I'm looking down. I'm starting to feel all this anxiety. Like everybody's looking at me and I'm standing out like a sore thumb. And then it went about halfway through the song. I look up and everybody's up dancing. I mean, they have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. But I'm so self-absorbed in that moment. And I'm like, wow, this is a really good lesson. It's actually kind of fun because there was somebody who commented on a YouTube post that I had because I had a guitar behind me, and I actually shared the experience with them the next day. But here's the lesson, okay? When we have ADHD and you're sitting there, a lot of times people are very self-conscious. And I remember watching a video short one time of Kobe Bryant about, going out and shooting and missing, hitting air balls and stuff. And he's, basically get over yourself. Like everybody doesn't really pay that much attention to you. And I share this with you because in the middle of this event, I'm sitting there thinking all eyes are on me, and I look up and nobody has a clue what I'm doing. And so often with ADHD, you sit there and you start to judge yourself as if the world is looking at you while really nobody's noticing, which is the thing about a feeling. When you're actually feeling, you're jumping to conclusions. You're not looking at the objective information and making an analysis. So in that moment, I was judging myself that everybody was listening to me. But when I looked up, I objectively saw the facts and began to realize everybody's mind was preoccupied on something else and nobody was noticing other than myself. Now, I'm not here to say that people don't notice you sometime, but often your feelings deceive you. And you might think that all eyes are on you and basically everybody's clueless. And if you did do something in a public place, the next day they will have forgotten about it. I'm sharing this with you as a means to say, this is my personal experience. Go out there and look for your personal experience. You might find that this is happening more than you should and might help you a little bit with some of those emotions and some of that social anxiety. Because if you're judging yourself negatively and you haven't even gotten out the door, you're paralyzing yourself when most people are really not that tuned into what you're doing. Anyway, I hope that's of interest. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're an existing viewer, what do you think? Do you have your own story to share to inspire those out there to do the same thing, to stop and look at the facts? Also, we do what we do for you. We certainly appreciate anybody who hits the thanks button and so makes a contribution. Anyway, with that, we hope you've enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.